All right. Welcome, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's training. Sorry that I was 5 minutes late. I lost track of time, and we're going to get it back right now. 1 second here. Today, I want to train on the details of the comp plan and answer any questions that you guys may have. So give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. By the way, feel free to ask any questions on the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself as well. That's fine. You know, it isn't like we're having a whole bunch of people on here, so it's cool. So let me pull up the okay. All right, guys. Welcome to the training. Let me open up my camera. Welcome to the training. Some of you guys have been asking me, and I'm recording this training. Some of you guys have been asking me for, let me admit this guy, for a training on the comp plan and the details of the comp plan. So I want to get into a training on the comp plan, okay? So you guys can understand the comp plan, and there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand yet, right? So with that said, I know that there's people joining. I'm going to just share my screen here, and hopefully I can still see them as they're coming on board, okay? All right, let me share my screen here. I grabbed the PowerPoint that I edited. Okay, let me go to the comp plan. Hope you guys had a great weekend, by the way. Okay, let's go to the comp plan. Okay, so we'll start here. So with the compensation plan, guys, when you look at our comp plan versus traditional dealers, here's one of the things that happens. We get the true cost of goods. It's really simple, okay, to understand well, it is and it's not. It is once you get it, okay? We get the cost of goods. The cost of goods, the wholesale price on the panels, on the adders, the construction job, everything, we get it at the price of goods. So once we have that wholesale price, let's say it's $20,000, but let's say you sell it for $30,000, there's a $10,000 split. You are entitled to 70% of that $10,000. That's how it works, okay? For me, it usually works out to about, in California, to about 15 to 25% of the total price of the job. That's what my commission is. So if it's a $30,000 job, I make between $5,000 and $7,000 bucks. Usually for me, it's 15 to 25% of what the job total price is, okay? It very often, when it's on the higher side, whatever the customer's federal tax credit is, that's very close to what my commission ends up being. Just to give you guys an example, right? And I'm going to get more into that here in details. Here's an example again. Let's say your cost of goods is $22,500, okay? But the project price is $35,000. That's what you sold it for. That means that there's $12,500 in commissionable dollars. Well, 70% of that belongs to you. So your commission in this scenario would be $87.50. Okay, pretty good commission. Now, Powur's cut, 30% of the $12,500 equals $37.50. That is what Powur takes on that deal, right? So out of the job that's $35,000, Powur's taking $37.50 out of that, and you're taking $87.50. Now, here's the deal. Out of Powur's $37.50, 50% of that, half of that, they split in the 6 levels of commissions. It's called the unit level. Okay, guys? Very important that you guys understand that. So what's cool about this is this. In a traditional dealer, it doesn't work that way. In a traditional dealer, here's how it works. In a traditional dealer, actually, let me go back. In a traditional dealer, somebody, let's say, for example, me, I go to the company and they say, hey, here's your commission, big commission, build a team. Then I bring Joshua. I pay Joshua a smaller commission. Joshua brings David. He pays David a smaller commission because that way they make their overrides. David brings Gabriel, pays Gabriel a smaller commission. So if Gabriel and David, Joshua, or myself sell the same exact job, Gabriel's going to make less than we would. right? Because he's got a smaller split. Now with Powur, it doesn't matter who in the entire company sells this $35,000 job. If the cost of goods is $22,000, everybody in the company, doesn't matter whether they're 1,000 levels deep or level 1, they still make $87.50. That's the beautiful thing about our compensation plan. Where the team commissions are paid from are from Powur's 30%. From Powur's 30%, half of that is paid in team commissions. Okay? Just so we're clear. So here's an example. Let's say, for example, 50% split with the field. So in this same example, $35,000 sale, $87.50 went to you, the salesperson. Powur kept $37.50. Half of that goes into the 6 levels. How does that break down? 20% of what Powur kept is paid to level 1. So let's say you sponsored me and I made that sale, 35 G's. I kept $87.50. Powur kept $37.50. 20% of the $37.50 that Powur kept goes to you because you brought me and I'm on your first level. So your commission in that scenario would be $750. That's assuming that you did not mentor the deal. If you mentored the deal, then there's more money. But let's say you didn't mentor the deal. Let's say you're not a mentor yet, but you brought somebody on board and they made a sale. In this scenario, you would make $750. Pretty cool? Level 2 is 10% of Powur's cut. 10% of $37.50 equals $375. So in this example, let's say you sponsored me and Joe sponsored you, right? Joe's cut would be $375. Then above him, the guy that brought him makes $87.50, and then the next, so levels 3 through level 6 make 5% of whatever Powur keeps. If you add that up, 20 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that equals 50%. So out of the $37.50, how much is 50% of that? About $18.25 or $18.75. The company would only keep $18.25 or $18.75, whatever it is. And the other 18 and change is paid 6 levels deep. That's how the comp plan works on the unit level. Now, how many people do you need to open up this unit level? Because you don't just get the 6 levels. Everybody gets level 1 out the gate. You recruit somebody, you're making that 20% commission. But you need 5 people direct recruits in order to open up level 2. Okay? Then you need another 5, which is 10 total recruits, to open up level 3. And I'm going to show you the numbers. So here's an example of a traditional solar dealer. And by the way, guys, I have this in a video. I have this in a video that I send to, if you need it, let me know. I'm going to put it on the Facebook group, okay, on the Power Hitters group. Let's say, for example, you got the traditional solar dealer, right? The dealer pays their top guy that they hire directly the biggest bag of money, the biggest split commissions. That guy goes out there and builds a team. He pays them a smaller percentage, and so on and so forth, right? We talked about this. So the bottom guy has no leverage to build a team. Think about it. The guy that's down there that's on a $35,000 sale, that guy's making $1,500. Our guys are all making on that scenario. Let's say he sold that same scenario I just showed. You sold that same scenario. You'd make $87.50. That guy all the way in the bottom is making about $1,500, $2,000. Now the guy at the top would make about $6,000, $7,000, and then it trickles down from there, right? That is the flaw in the traditional solar dealer. That is where Powur basically cracked the code. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, I'm under this guy, so he's always getting a split of my sales, so my commission is smaller. He's making a split of your sales, but out of what Powur takes. But you're not making less commissions because he came before you. You make the exact same commissions. Okay? Now, the mentor sales. This is where you want to get to if you want to make big money with Powur. Now, you can make big money with Powur without ever becoming a mentor. That unit level, eventually, the top guy in the company is making close to $1 million a year just in unit level. Okay? And then whatever he makes in mentor sales is even more. And we're just starting. This compensation plan, so you guys know, is about a year old. This comp plan as is right now is about 1 year old. We've got people making some tremendous amount of money. We're a 6-year-old company, but this cost of goods model is 1 year old. The company switched the comp plan about a year ago. Okay. So everybody has to do 3 mentor sales. Everybody has to do 3 mentor sales. That means it's a 50-50 split, right? Now, unless you are a solar professional, documented solar professional with 1 year experience and a handful of sales, they'll let you do only 1 mentor sale. But if that's not you, you have to do 3 mentor sales. So when you get a lead, you input the lead, you have to assign a mentor to request a proposal and to help you sell the deal, and then the commissions are split 50-50. So let's say that the average commission is about $7,000. So the consultant portion will be $3,500 and the mentor portion will be $3,500. And that's very, very fair, because a mentor's job is a very important job to show you the back office, to show you how to take the client from interested to signed up and through the entire process until they get installed. Communicating with the customer, communicating with corporate, showing you the back office. All, trust me, it isn't just the sales done and we're done. No. But the beautiful thing is that once you become a mentor, you can make these mentor sales, and that's big money. Big money, guys. Okay. Oh, so how do you become a mentor? Once you do your first 3 mentor sales, 50-50 split sales, then after the 3rd, so on your 4th and on, you go and you keep the entire commission. So if the net commission would be $7,000 on your 4th sale, you keep the entire $7,000. You don't have to split it with anybody because you don't have no mentor. Now, there are some people that they do 3 sales and then they continue to use a mentor after that. That's perfectly fine. Okay, you could use a mentor as long as you want, but you have to do 5 sales on your own in order for you to become a mentor. So typical person is going to go 3 mentor sales, 5 personal sales. That's a total of 8 sales. Once you've done 8 sales, you take a test with the company, and then once you pass that test, they'll assign you, they'll make you a mentor. Now, anybody in the back office in any state can pick you as a mentor. As of right now, there's about close to 4,000 active Powur agents and about 200, maybe less than 250 mentors. So think about it, less than 250 mentors for about 4,000 people. There's a shortage of mentors. That is a great problem to have. So there's big money as a mentor, guys. Trust me. Okay. I've made upwards of $17,000 in a week on mentor sales. Okay. And there's people that have made a lot more than that. The potential is tremendous. Okay. So here's an example. Let's say, for example, the average commission is $7,000. That means that the average mentor split sale is $3,500. Okay. 7 team members who do 3 split sales with you. Let's say you got 7 team members, and let's say they all do 3 split sales. This is a hypothetical example for training purposes. But if you were to do this based on those commissions, that's how much money you would make. Well, if you had 7 members who all do 3 split sales with you this month, okay, that's 21 sales. 21 sales times 3,500 equals $73,500 in mentor sale commissions. I don't know about you, but that's pretty cool. Now, FYI, the average sale takes about, for me, 45 minutes to an hour, right? The presentation. But then afterwards, of course, there's work that has to be put into it from that point forward, right? Getting permits, communicating with the customer, communicating with corporate. It isn't done when you make the sale. I want to make sure that there's work to be done afterwards. It isn't like I made the sale, boom, and this is the easiest thing in the world. No. There's stress in this business like every other business. You cannot expect to make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $70,000 a month and not have any problems, not have any stress. Okay. But I'm showing you the potential. Okay. Jonathan Brunasso, I think he did 28 sales in 1 month. So this is an example of 21 mentor sales. He did 28 in 1 month. You do the math. Now, it isn't over there. Once you make in this scenario, 7 guys that made 3 sales, these just 21 sales, okay, 73,000 commissions. But guess what? In addition to that, you're still making the unit level pay. So let's say, for example, this is the average pay in the unit level right now. Level 1 average unit level commission is $550, okay? Level 2 average is $275 and so on and so forth, right? In addition to those 73,000, you probably made another $10,000 in commissions, okay, from unit level. Just to give you guys an example. Because if you personally brought all those guys and your average commission is $500, right? $500 times 21 sales is about $11,000. So in that scenario, you'd be at $83,500. $83,000 a month is $1 million a year income. So just dropping a hint. And that's assuming that nobody from levels 2 to level 6 are making sales, right? It's a beautiful thing. Every week I get these commissions from sales that my team has done. Here's an example of the commissions. You see the net price of everything. You see all the fees. Hold on. I wonder if there's somebody trying to get in. Ruth is trying to get in. Okay, good. There you go. You see all of the commissions. You see the entire breakdown of all of the commissions every time. Okay? So you see what Powur's cut is, and you see what your cut is. In this example, Powur's cut is $36.80 is Powur's cut, and then $85.87 is a consultant's commission. Now keep in mind, out of Powur's $3,600 commission, half of that they're sharing in team commissions. Understand this, guys. There's about 120 million homeowners in America. 90 million are eligible for solar, and only 3 million have solar. For the next 10 years, this here is a tremendous business opportunity. The world is going to go solar, and in America, we are the ones that are going to put that glass on the roofs. People are going to make outrageous amounts of money. People are going to be blessed immensely with this business. And we are the only show in town that's doing it this way. Everywhere else, you can build a little team, and then they're eventually going to leave you for bigger commissions. We don't have that problem here. We have the highest commissions, and everybody makes the same, right? 70-30 split based on the cost of goods. Okay? So I'm going to escape this, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of other slides that are blocked. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here it is. There. Let me make sure. Okay, here it is. Okay, good. That is shareable, so we should be fine. So how do you open up the levels? Here's how you open up the levels. I'm going to get to the requirements for opening up the levels. So you definitely want to recruit. You definitely want to build a team. Even if you're not a mentor yet, doesn't matter. Because if you build a team and once you become a mentor, guess what happens? All of a sudden, let's say, for example, you start building a team. Yeah, you're not a mentor yet, so the sales are going to go to your mentor. But once you get promoted to mentor, maybe you have a team of 20 people now, 40 people now, 100 people now, but you're a mentor now. You can send an email to all of your people and let them know that you are now a mentor. Now you got 100 people that know that you're a mentor. You're going to start getting some requests for doing some mentor sales. Now you could go from zero to hero very fast. You go from making $5,000, $10,000 a month to making 20, 30 grand a month or beyond. How do you open up the levels? Here's how you open up the levels. Level 1, you just need one person to qualify. Well, you cannot make, let me let this person in. Guess what? You cannot make commissions on sales on your level 1 if you don't have anybody on your level 1, right? Now, to open up your level 2, you need 5 directs. To open up your level 3, you need 10 directs. To open up your level 4, you need 20. To open up your level 5, you need 30. And to open up your level 6, you need 40 directs. Okay? That's how this comp plan works. Now, there is compression. Here's what that means. Let's say you bring a guy, and that guy is not active. But that guy brought another guy. The guy he brought, which is your level 2, counts as your level 1. So let's say the guy that you brought is not active. The guy he brought is active and makes a sale. You wouldn't make, in this example, the 275. You'd make the 550 on that guy because it's got compression, which is pretty cool. This is one of the key questions that I asked in the beginning. So by that guy counting as your level 1, guess what? The guy on your level 7 would now be counted as your level 6. That is a very, very big deal with the comp plan. In a unilevel comp plan, which this is, that is a very, very big deal. Okay? So I believe that, so as far as the comp plan goes, and then we're going to get into the last part of the comp plan, which is the options. The company is going to be a public company sometime next year. Okay? So there's an equity ownership plan. So the consultants, we can become shareholders. So whenever you do your very first install, you automatically earn 100 options. Now, what are those options going to be worth one day? We don't know. Nobody knows. Only God knows, right? But I'll tell you what. For those of you guys that don't know, there's a company called eXp Realty. eXp Realty is the fastest growing real estate company in the history of real estate. We basically copied their comp plan. And I'm proud of that. You know, I'm of the belief that it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat, right? They did this, they went public, I believe, 2015. Their stock was worth 7 cents. They do exactly what we do, but in real estate. Their stock in 2015, when I saw it, was set 7 to 11 cents, right around there, but pennies. Right now, it's worth over 40 bucks. Last time I checked, last month. Last month I checked, it was worth over $40 a share. It went from 7 cents to $40 from 2015 to 2020. And solar is a lot easier. Solar is a bigger opportunity. You don't need a license for solar. In 3 states, you need a license, and it's not even a test that you take. It's just an application you fill out. California is one of them. But the barrier of entry for solar is easier. The sale is easier. For example, if you look at real estate, it's a great industry, but you're looking for people that want to buy, sell, or refinance if you're in the loan side. Here, you're looking for home owners who pay an electric bill. So that's everybody that's a homeowner. So here's my belief. If they were able to do that, I believe we're going to be able to do something just as good or better. That's my belief, but obviously nobody knows. So anyways, whenever you have your very first installation, not sale, it's got to get installed, okay? Which most sales get installed, but your first install, you make 100 shares. Anybody that you recruit, anybody that you bring on board to Powur, on their very first install, they earn their 100 shares, and guess what? You earn 50. So what if you bring 10 people that all have an install? I got a couple of you guys here that already have some installs. Guess what? 50 shares, 50 shares. So if you brought 10 that got their first install, that's an additional 500 shares that you earned. Me personally, I want to earn minimum 20,000 shares just off of the people I've recruited. Now that would mean I have to personally recruit a bunch of people, but that's okay. So I've already earned my 100 shares, but I probably have over 1,000 shares already between my sale and my sales and the sales of all of the people that I've personally introduced. So it's pretty cool. Now, additionally, yearly performance goals. If you go out there and have 25 installs in a year, 25 installs in a year, you get an additional 1,000 shares. If you have 50 installs in a year, you get an additional 5,000 shares, options. Okay, imagine that. So if you just go out there and kick butt, now, what if you got your team earning shares? You are earning shares. Plus, you're earning this incredible lucrative comp line, and you're building a passive residual income from building a team. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, there's one show in town when it comes to solar, and that's Powur. This is exciting stuff. I know some people personally in eXp Realty, the same comp line, but real estate instead of solar, that literally made millions just off of the stock. Literally became millions just off of the stock. And they got a team that's paying them a passive override income every single month. They don't even sell personally that much anymore. It's exciting stuff. Now, the last thing I forgot to mention, on the unit level, what do you have to do to maintain these commissions here? So let's say you got a team, let's say the average commission is 200 bucks. And let's say that you have a team that's doing 200 sales per month, right? At an average of $200, let's just say it's 200 bucks. That would be an extra $4,000 a month. That's without you mentoring any sales. No mentorship of sales. So imagine if you got 10 guys that do 2 sales a month, right? And they're not on your front level. They're between your second and your third level, okay? That's an extra $4,000 or $5,000 a month. What do you have to earn to earn these qualifications, to earn these commissions? You have to maintain 1 sale every 6 months or 3 mentor sales every 6 months. This is a comp plan training. You have to know this. You could stumble on 1 sale every 6 months, guys. My encouragement to you, build a team. Today is Monday, 5 o'clock today, Pacific Standard Time. There's an opportunity webinar with the vice president and the #1 earner. I recommend that not only you're on it, but I recommend that you get people on. Who do you know that's looking to make money from home? Who do you know that's looking for a career change? Who do you know that's looking into solar? Who do you know that's a good salesperson? Put them on today's 5 o'clock webinar. Start building your team. Here's two things that I focus on. I close sales and I build a team. It's actually more like four things. I close sales, then I take them through installation. I recruit people and I train people on how to recruit and how to sell. That's my focus. So right now I'm at about 37, I think, people that I personally recruited into the business. This week I'm going to recruit 2 or 3 more. And I'm just constantly recruiting and I'm working with the willing. Here's 3 rules to building. Always remember this. First of all, the fortune is in the proper and immediate follow-up. Prospecting is everything. That's rule number 1. You have to prospect. Prospect people you want to recruit, prospect people you want to sell to. Rule number 2 is you got to have strong follow-up. The reason why I close a lot of sales is because my follow-up game is on point. You got to develop strong follow-up. And then third is work with the willing. I work with the willing people on my team. There's a lot of people that are simply interested in success with this business. Very few people are really committed. I don't know who's going to be committed, who's going to be interested. All I know is I'm going to put quality people in, and I'm going to shake it out to see who really wants to go to the next level. And I'm going to dive in and work with those people. That's how I work. Okay? And so that's what I recommend you do. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to open it up to any questions you guys may have, and then we're going to close it out. I'm going to unmute everybody. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Everybody's been unmuted or asked to unmute. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm going to start recording right now.